Together with customer obsession, ownership are by far the most common leadership principles at Amazon. And in today's episode, I'm going to share with you 3 examples about how to answer these questions that relate to ownership, while not necessarily talking primarily of the ownership principles in your answer. Probably the best example here would be to talk about the story of my YouTube channel, because now in 2019 things have started to work better for me, and for this I decided it's a unique opportunity to start moving fast and to invest into new tools to allow me to produce better content even faster. And for this, as I said, I invested into new tools, and these represented a challenge for me because on the short term this would mean that I would have to no longer publish such videos, so I've had to pause the whole process for 2 or 3 weeks, and I would have to ensure that this won't damage my channel's reputation on the longer term. So far I managed to write a series of 11 videos in that time, and with the new equipment I managed to shoot those videos in 2 or 3 days. So I would say definitely a good experience, and the feedback on my new content has been quite good. Now, something to keep in mind when talking about this example is that you have to make them exciting, and this is the main reason why I'm talking about my YouTube channel instead of giving you a classic star answer about my project management skills and whatnot. Also here, notice how I emphasize both ownership, because I talked quite extensively about not sacrificing long-term goals for short-term success, and I also showcased the bias for action, because I really had to move fast within this scenario in order to avoid any damage to my long-term stuff on YouTube, because if you don't upload stuff here, then you're pretty much dead. Now, I believe that you'll see in the next examples that I will focus more on a more structured answer, and you'll have a chance to notice the difference between the spirit and the drive when talking about them. During the time I was project manager for a B2B HR software, we were tasked at one point to implement I think 20 or 30 job boards into our software in order to allow our clients to post job ads. However, as soon as we integrated the 5 most common of them, we noticed that there's one clear winner there. And there were more and more clients posting ads through that job market. So we actually decided that it was time to focus on that single market and to properly integrate it into the software, because otherwise we'd risk looking at as a bad software service primarily. And this was quite challenging, because we had to keep different versions of the code and we have to shift resources quite fast. It proved to be a very good business decision, because I believe 95% of our clients post job ads through only 1 or 2 job boards, and this was a significantly beneficial to our bottom line as well. Now, so this second example was with a more professional environment, which is always more desirable as an example within a corporate context. But notice here that the drive of the example was not as high as the other one, and I could have emphasized a lot more into this example to maybe add a bit more spice to it. However, it's a valid example, and I believe a great starting point for any conversation. And I say this because it showcases my strengths, and we can only go upwards from there. No matter what question I would receive, I would continue to score points to my advantage. One of my clients are in the arts gallery business, and I remember very well the time that we first gathered to design the first website. As they're real estate investors, you can imagine that they think big, and if the art gallery was big, then they also imagine a big website with many pages, with 6 pages for each artist that would exhibit there. However, I knew that as an IT professional and using my previous experience, I knew that such a website would mean that a lot of maintenance had to be done for this service, and I knew that the primary reason for building this website was a passive one, just to show that there is a gallery. There would be no business happening through that website. So I actually convinced them to start easily and to start small, and then will evolve as the business grows. And this proved to be quite efficient because I manage their online presence and their digital needs for about 6 years now. All right, so this was another classic example of prioritizing long-term success versus small, short-term reactive goals. And of course, I also have some variations of other questions within the same ownership principle, which I invite you to take a look and answer right away to test your ability to answer behavioral questions. I hope you found this information useful, and thank you very much for watching.